Hollywood loves the surrogate father figure movies, in which a character who prides themselves on their independence suddenly finds a dependent thrust upon them. In these movies, the unspoken expectation is that the child will be protected and taken care of by an unexpectedly caring person. Besson's film dares to ask, what if the relationship isn't so traditional or functional? The titular Leon is a cleaner or professional, both of which are synonyms for a contract killer. Based on the efficiency with which he performs his tasks, and the esteem with which he is held, he seems to be highly skilled at what he does. He's also alone, living in a bleak version of New York City, an anonymous hellhole where a complete floor in an apartment complex. Leon keeps to himself, sleeping on a chair upright with one eye open. He occasionally goes to musicals and stares in awe at the silver screen. Leon seems oddly naive in many respects. He cannot read or write. He doesn't appear to want financial independence, preferring to have his boss, Tony, manage his money. He most likely has no clue how much money he has made for Tony. Neither does he care. As a teenager, he fell in love, but circumstances forced him to move to America, and it seems that he never recovered. He lacks emotional maturity and is unable to deal with the complexity of human connection. And then Mathilda enters his life. Mathilda, a little girl living with her father, stepmother, and stepsister. She's abused by them, beaten by her stepsister, and bruised by her father. When her family is brutally killed by a lunatic classical music-loving psychopath down the corridor, she manages to escape into the apartment of the curiously silent European man down the corridor. She knocks on the door, asking him to allow her in before the killers realize she is a survivor of the murdered family. Leon takes in the girl despite his better judgment. Even though it means placing himself at risk, he reluctantly takes Mathilda under his wing and begins teaching her the hitman game. And the movie takes some very bold and very uncomfortable turns, as Mathilda develops a creepy romantic crush on Leon, despite the fact that neither of them is emotionally developed enough to understand it. She's dealing with sadness that she won't admit to herself, and she appears to be refusing to accept Leon as a surrogate father. Leon is completely unable of dealing with this uncomfortable emotional displacement, choosing to escape it, rather than face it. Jean Reno does a brilliant job playing the character, like he has a mental capacity and the emotional maturity of someone closer to Mathilda's age, despite the fact he is more than 30 years her senior. Natalie Portman also performs brilliantly and convincingly, especially given this is her debut role. Portman is able to portray a wide range of emotions, while also demonstrating maturity and talent much beyond her years. Of course, these two anti-heroes need a villain, which is provided by Gary Oldman's ruthless cop Stansfield. Oldman's ability to transition from gloomy to psychotic in milliseconds makes him the ideal candidate for this role. Leon the Professional is a movie full of intense emotion, and even some darkly amusing humor, as well as incredible action scenes, and a basic but well-executed idea of vengeance, commitment, and friendship. For those who haven't seen it, this is a must-see movie that should be viewed at least once. Thanks for watching. To catch all the latest from us, subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified as soon as a new video drops. We'll see you in the next one.